If you and your team want to cut down on busy work and get more choice and control over accounts payable, you need Bill. Bill Accounts Payable is your secret weapon for saving time on AP. And with a special offer at bill.com/podcast, you'll save money too. With Bill, streamline your entire AP process, including bill creation, approvals, and payments. You can pay with ACH, credit card, check, and international wire transfer. Plus, you can easily integrate with most accounting software. No wonder hundreds of thousands of businesses are already using Bill to manage their AP. Schedule a free demo now to see how Bill can automate your financial operations. And right now, get 15% off when you subscribe to Bill Accounts Payable. There's never been a better time to sign up. This special offer is available for a limited time only at bill.com/podcast. Terms apply. See bill.com/podcast for details.
Welcome to Season 16 of 5-Minute Biographies. Episode 6. Howard Hughes. Howard Robard Hughes Jr. was an American enigma. He was an aerospace engineer, a business magnate, a film producer, an investor, and a philanthropist. Born into immense wealth, Hughes parlayed his inheritance into a vast empire encompassing aviation, Hollywood, and various other industries. However, his life was as fascinating and complex as the financial labyrinth he built. He was a brilliant innovator, a ruthless businessman, and an intensely private individual whose eccentricities became as famous as his accomplishments. Howard Hughes was born to a wealthy family in Houston, Texas, on Christmas Eve 1905. His father, Howard Sr., was a successful inventor who held the patent for the two-cone roller bit, a revolutionary tool for drilling oil wells. This invention made the Hughes family immensely wealthy, giving young Howard a life of privilege and opportunity. Tragedy struck early, however, when Howard Sr. died in 1924, leaving the 18-year-old Howard Jr. to inherit the family fortune and the Hughes Tool Company. Despite lacking formal business training, Hughes demonstrated a natural engineering and business management aptitude. He expanded the Hughes Tool Company's reach, solidifying its position as a leader in the oil drilling industry. However, Hughes's interests extended beyond oil. He harbored a passion for aviation and quickly became a daring pilot and aircraft enthusiast. He funded the development of innovative aircraft designs and set numerous aviation speed records. In 1926, Hughes turned his attention to Hollywood. Attracted by the glamour and the potential for profit, he began investing in films and quickly gained a reputation for being a flamboyant and demanding producer. He financed successful films like Hell's Angels in 1930, a box office hit despite controversy surrounding its graphic aerial fight scenes. Hughes's relationship with Hollywood was tumultuous, however. His perfectionism and obsessive control often clashed with the collaborative nature of filmmaking. By the 1940s, Hughes had built a sprawling empire encompassing aviation, Hollywood studios, airlines, and various other enterprises. He was one of the wealthiest men in the world, yet he became increasingly reclusive. A near-fatal plane crash in 1946 left him with chronic pain and a growing aversion to public scrutiny. He withdrew from Hollywood and began surrounding himself with a small circle of advisors and employees. Rumors of his eccentric behavior and obsessive tendencies started to swirl. Howard Hughes's personal life was as shrouded in secrecy as his business dealings. He was known for his relationships with Hollywood actresses, including Katharine Hepburn, Ava Gardner, and Jean Harlow. These relationships were often turbulent, fueled by his possessiveness and demanding nature. He married twice, first to socialite Ella Rice in 1925, a brief union that ended in divorce 4 years later. His second marriage, in 1957, was to actress Jean Peters, a much younger woman. This marriage also ended in divorce in 1971. Despite these relationships, Hughes remained a solitary figure, with his later years marked by isolation and paranoia. Despite his reclusiveness, Hughes remained a significant player in aviation. He funded the development of the H-4 Hercules, a giant flying boat nicknamed the Spruce Goose. This colossal aircraft, made mostly of wood, was intended for military use during World War II, but never flew commercially. A series of bitter business battles marked Hughes's later years. He waged hostile takeovers, engaged in legal battles with airlines, and increasingly retreated from public view. He moved his operations to Las Vegas, Nevada in the 1960s, acquiring numerous casinos and hotels. He continued to exert control over his empire from his secluded quarters, often via cryptic phone calls and memos. The final chapter of Howard Hughes's life mirrored the secrecy that shrouded much of it. On April 5, 1976, he boarded a private charter flight from Acapulco, Mexico, bound for Houston, Texas. The exact aircraft type remains a point of contention, with some sources claiming a luxurious Lockheed L-1011 TriStar jetliner and others suggesting a smaller twin-engine turboprop. Details about the flight itself are scarce. Only a handful of people were reportedly on board, including Hughes, a few aides, and the flight crew. The journey appeared uneventful until shortly before landing in Houston. Hughes was already in a weakened state from a combination of malnutrition and various health issues, and he died on board. He was 70 years old. The exact cause of death is still debated. Theories range from complications arising from malnutrition and a previous stroke, to kidney failure, or even a medication overdose. Adding to the mystery, there are conflicting reports about whether medical personnel were even present on the flight, and no autopsy was reportedly performed. Howard Hughes's final flight remains an enigmatic coda to his extraordinary life, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and fueling the aura of mystery surrounding the enigmatic billionaire. His death sparked a legal battle over his vast estate, and the full extent of his wealth was never publicly revealed. Howard Hughes's life remains a captivating enigma. He was a brilliant innovator, a ruthless businessman, and a deeply troubled individual. His legacy is a complex mix of business triumphs, aviation breakthroughs, Hollywood glamour, and recluse eccentricity. The Howard Hughes of public perception, the eccentric billionaire recluse holed up in a darkened room, may overshadow his formidable accomplishments. However, there's no denying that Howard Hughes was a singular figure who left an indelible mark on American business, aviation, and cinema. Thanks for listening to 5-Minute Biographies at 5minutebiographies.com and on YouTube at 5minutebiographies.com/YouTube.
You love podcasts, the stories, the laughs, the unexpected turns. But when this episode ends, the silence starts. Not anymore. Audiobooks.com turns that silence into your next great adventure. With over 450,000 titles, from bestsellers to hidden gems, your love for listening just found its new best friend. And because you already know the joy of audio, we're giving you 3 free audiobooks to start your journey. Imagine your favorite podcast, now with unlimited episodes. That's audiobooks.com. Keep the story going. Sign up for your free trial at audiobooks.com/podcastfree today. Because for podcast lovers like you, the end of an episode is just the beginning. That's audiobooks.com/podcastfree.